It's freaking cold.
I am not that cold. Should have gotten a hot tub then.
Frozen. Frozone. Ah. Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games
and
board gamey things.
And being cold. I'm very, very cold.
Winter has come in full force.
Nobody likes it either. We're here today with another episode of Pumped Up Kickstarters. And today's video is all about Rivals from Unkind Games. This video was kindly sponsored by Unkind Games, so thank you to Unkind Games for sponsoring this video, and that was very kind of you. Not unkind.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not on brand.
Not on brand, exactly. So as per usual with our preview videos, we are going to give you a general overview of the game, and then we are going to jump into a little discussion to help you figure out whether or not this game is for you. Okay, so here we go. At the dawn of 3221, humanity is all over the galaxy. After centuries of research, science finally unraveled the secret of hyperspeed. The Network Supreme Court Council sealed the destiny of all clans. In order to avoid conflict and wars to come, the clans will designate an Ashak to stand for them in the Wild Tech, a hybrid arena, half real, half digital. You embody one of these Ashaks and will carry your clan's hopes. The ultimate battle is yet to come, and no one wants to discover what is hiding beyond the void. Rivals is a deck-building game with battle royale gameplay. You play the chosen one of your clan and fight to save your people from extinction. To win, you just need to be the last survivor or have obtained 5 victory points. Will you be the one to survive? All right, we're back. The game's on the shelf, and you know what that means. It's time to talk about it. Behind its back. In front of it, though. Behind our backs. Rivals is a deck builder / battle royale game. There's a lot of different components to this game, mechanisms, but essentially you are exploring along this board, and when you start, there's only certain tiles that are visible. So you need to explore to reveal the tiles, and some of those tiles are going to give you different types of resources, and as the game kind of progresses, pieces of that board and map are just going to be gone.
The arena's going to start shrinking on you.
It will shrink, which means you have to be better than your opponent or opponents because you could fall off the map.
You can, yep. There is an ability in this game wherein if you're on one of those sections, so you will know in advance which sections are going to kind of fall off, and you need to be careful not to be on those pieces when they plummet down into the abyss.
Exactly. The game is played over 3 eras, and each era consists of a number of rounds. Each round consists of 2 turns, but as the era cards kind of come up, that's what's going to show you which pieces of the board are going to be going away. And as you get to era 3, it is going to be itty-bitty, okay? Itty-bitty board, basically.
Yeah, forced conflict.
Forced conflict, precisely. So everybody is going to be playing kind of an asymmetrical character faction type of thing. So you'll choose your character along with a guild to start with. So you'll get dealt a couple of guild cards, and then you get to choose which one you want to use. The guilds give you kind of like a special ability, and on your player board there's also a little special thing that you're going to be able to do. And then, as we mentioned, it's a deck builder / arena battler. Throughout the game, you are going to be gaining cards, building up your deck, building up your hand to help you better fight your opponents. So you'll start with a starting hand. Everybody has a couple of cards that are specific to their
asymmetry. The asymmetry kind of flows into the decks a bit. Yeah. Exactly.
And you'll all start off with a couple of like the same cards. So everybody will have some blasters and have some like psi waves or psychic waves, I think they're called. So you'll have kind of a very similar hand to start, and then you're going to be building the deck as you go.
So in order to win this game, you basically, in a typical kind of battle royale way, you either
kill or be killed.
kill or be killed. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So either being the last survivor in the arena or first one to 5 victory points.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be achieved through card play and doing certain objectives on the board. 2 ways, I guess, 2 paths to victory.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So as Jamie mentioned, this battle arena has flippable tiles,
Mm-hmm.
and those tiles all have different like landscape types, and they kind of can combo off of your player. So some are resources that you can use to buy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some just allow you to draw new cards or collect new cards to optimize your deck.
Some, if you go into them, you lose health.
Yeah. There's like terrain that can like help you shield from attacks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of interaction between not just the players, but also the terrain tiles that are out around you, as well as your deck.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy in movement because you can't move onto an unexplored tile. Like you need to, so basically you get action points to spend during your turn. So you need to spend an action point to explore. Then you can choose to move. And then, so there's a lot of strategy, and it's like, well, I really need to go to the forest because I need some resin or crystals. It's one or the other that's in the forest. So you're like, okay, well, I need to collect these resources in order to be able to trigger these things on my cards and all of these different things.
There's a little bit of dice rolling in this game as well, in terms of like your defense rolls and that sort of thing. So keep that in mind too. It's not just deck building. There is a little slight dice rolling in the game as well.
Yeah, you're building up anticipation. Okay, and the anticipation helps you get more dice so that you can roll more dice to help better defend yourself. And I think we already mentioned, but you're also like building shields, which are also part of that defense. Yeah,
there's a lot of interaction in this game. It's not just quite cut and dry like I attack you, you attack me.
No.
There's a ton of nuance of how to optimize your turn, when to explore, when to move, when to attack, when to defend, when to get new cards. There's a lot of kind of optimization of turn that can happen.
Yes, and it's not just a 2-player only. There is a 2-player only variant. When you play 2 players only, you play with these droid boards. So it changes the game just a little bit. But in a regular game, it is a battle royale. So everybody's coming into the arena. You're not just attacking one person. You're like, I'm going to attack Jeff this turn, and this person, this turn, and this person. And I got to make sure I watch my back because this person's behind me. So there's a lot to think about when you're playing with more players. When it's 1v1, like I said, there is some like additional things that you have to work with, like your droids, I think they're called, or drones. All right, so Jeff, who is this game for?
This game is for anyone that likes those arena battlers, something like Unmatched or Super Fantasy Brawl. I would say it leans more on the Super Fantasy Brawl end of things with the card play and without the necessarily objectives. But if you like meanness and some depth of strategy, this would be one to check out. Yeah,
I would definitely say it's not for you if you don't enjoy that mean element, keeping in mind that it's a fight to the death.
The sole objective is to defeat everyone.
That's Battle Royale for you, baby. Okay, if you don't like deck building, maybe it's not for you either. The theme itself is kind of like a futuristic type of theme. I would say that there are a lot of little components in this game. So if you if you get frustrated by kind of like, not that it's an overwhelming setup, but if you get frustrated by a setup that takes a little while, I will say that this game does take a little while to set up and tear down because the board itself has a lot of pieces.
It's not like a cardboard board.
Yeah, they're like 3
hexagon
chonkers.
Tiles. Yeah,
exactly. So if that's something that you're like, I can't.
I want to set up and play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not one of those deck builders that it's just a deck of cards. Like there's more to it. So it's a deck builder plus. So if you enjoy a deck builder plus, there you go.
I would say the asymmetry is also not super in depth, so it's not like I need to learn this faction and that faction in order to optimize. Like each faction has some unique abilities, but I think it's something easy enough that you could like set up and play and be like, hey, like what can you do that's special? What do I do? And then you'd be off to the races.
Yeah, it's open information, right? So like I could tell everybody at the beginning, like, this is my character, this is the guild that I've chosen that gives me this special ability, whatever it might be. So yeah, it's open information that way. All right, so if you are interested in Rivals, we'll make sure to put all of the information in the description below, so feel free to check that out. And as always, make sure to check out some other content to ensure that this is the right game for you. I will mention most other content that has been made for this game is not in English, but most do come with English subtitles if you are interested.
They're just starting to get into the English market.
Exactly.
It's a French company, and this is a prototype.
Yes,
so keep that in mind.
Anything you see, it's all prototype. So that is everything that we have for you today. Now, if you're interested in buying board games, not this one, okay, but it's not out yet, you see, so you can't get it at your friendly local gaming store. But our friendly local gaming store is
the Boardroom Game Cafe.
Yes, it is. Do you like snacks?
I do.
Where do people even get snacks?
MunchPak.
They do get them at MunchPak, Jeff. That's right. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
There it is.
She knows. She's like, oh, okay, we're done. Anyways.
Sometimes I never know where you're going.
Sometimes I don't know where I'm going either.
That's valid.
It's an improvisation. That's from The Office.
Yeah, I know.
It didn't seem like you knew.
I did know.
It's as if you've never seen
I just didn't
the
think
show.
you delivered it very well.
Anywho, okay, so I bit the tip of my tongue today.